Tonight's Unified Bank Nailers profile is goaltender Alex Dorio, who's coming off of his first professional shutout. And Alex, I could see the excitement in your body when the clock hit the 0-0 on Tuesday night. What was it like for you?
It was a great feeling, especially at the end after 1 year without playing because of COVID and 2 weeks here. First win of the year too for me, so it was an awesome feeling.
What was the last year like for you from the time that things ended here last March and then ultimately starting back up where you actually got to go to Pittsburgh, which is pretty sweet?
Yeah, it was pretty special. So in March when the season was done, I went back in Quebec for the quarantine. Stayed there until June. And in June, I got a call from Pittsburgh to go doing the camp for the bubble and the playoffs. So I went there for at least a month. Then went back in Quebec, kept training off ice and on the ice, and went for a camp in Pittsburgh and started in the taxi squad for a month.
What's it like facing shots from some of those guys at the NHL level?
It was pretty exciting, especially during camp. We had all the guys were there. We did the scrimmages, and I played a little bit. So facing the shots at that quality of shots was pretty special.
What's the main difference? Because there has to be one between facing, like you said, the quality of the shots from those types of players, but then also facing game action like you're seeing here in Wheeling.
Yeah, it's pretty different for sure. But I would say that on both sides, it's great for my development. Having all those shots at the beginning of the year, how quick the play is over there, and then having a lot of games here and having game time, making this decision to I think for both sides of the game, it was great for my development.
One of the things about playing on a team is you start to get bonds with different teammates. And while you were in Pittsburgh, who'd you hang out with? Who were you picking the brain of and really just having a good time?
We had a lot of French guys, especially at the beginning in the taxi squad. We had four out of five guys that were French. So for sure, the bond with these guys were pretty special. Pio Joseph is the same year as me, and we played against each other, but I played with his brother too when I was in junior. And I would say Freddie Gaudreau too. He's close to my hometown, so this summer we trained together on the ice. So I would say a lot of French guys that were on the taxi squad.
Being here last year and now coming back here in the middle of this season, you've got what? One guy who you played with last season? How strange was that to come here and even though it's a place you're familiar with, literally learn who everybody is?
Yeah, that was pretty special too. First time I came here, first guy I saw was Droby. So for me, it was all right, same thing as last year. But then you come in the room, and I recognized one guy was Cormier because I played against him in junior. But for the rest, I didn't know who anybody was. So it was just learning names, learning nicknames too for everybody. So it was pretty special too.
How long does it take them to learn you and you to learn them? Because there are some goalies who tend to be very active back there playing the puck. There tend to be some that communicate more with others. What's that process like?
Didn't take that long, I think. I would say maybe a first weekend, and after that we were good to go. When you're on the ice, it's pretty much the same thing. It's just names that change, but the game's still the same.
What do you look at for yourself this year? I know it's been a strange start to the year where you spent so much time building up to those first few games, but now you're getting in, you're getting settled, the
Yeah.
wins are starting to come. So what are you looking at for yourself?
I'll go day by day. I think that's the biggest thing for me. Just go day by day, game by game, and give the best I can, stop the puck, and give a chance to the team to win every game.
Structurally in front of you, because you get the front row seat that not a lot of us get to see. What do you notice that's different about this year's team compared to last that maybe might be better for this year?
I think the bond with the chemistry with the guys looks insane here. Especially last game, we had a lot of veterans that were out, but the guys stepped up in front of me, and I started to see power play and PK start to grow into. So there's a lot of good things that I saw in the last 2 weeks.
Very good. Alex, we're thrilled to have you here. some exciting moments for you for sure with that first pro shutout. So congratulations on that. And thanks so much for spending some time with me and the fans today.
Thanks a lot.
Alex Dorio, goaltender for your Wheeling Nailers, our Unified Bank profile tonight. We'll take a break and come back with intermission coverage on the Nailers Broadcast Network presented by Main Street Bank.